When you are playing Football Manager, when you've just started a new game, the colours within the game sometimes don't match how you want them to be. So for example, the loans out player, that colour, I'm not a big fan of it. I'd like it darker so it's very clear that them players are not at this club at the minute. The loans in, I don't mind it, but maybe I would like to adjust it. Going into actual players you have, if we use my striker as an example, do I want to see these colours looking differently? Let me go into the preferences and show you exactly how to do this. So first off, you go to the options screen in the top right corner and go to preferences, and inside here it's very simple, just type colours. So you have here the custom skin colour, so go to skin colours and you have it all here. Very simple, very easy to use. Now the first one we mentioned was players loans in and out. So players loans out is currently this light purple, it says. Can we just make it a lot darker, please? We're going to go a lot darker and just make that very obvious. Now, onto the attributes. You can see on the right hand side here, you can also adjust what classes as an excellent attribute, what classes as a good, and what classes as an average. So if someone has 5 for passing, and you are playing in the 20th tier of English football, maybe that would be quite decent. So then maybe you would just average down to 4, for example. Maybe you were just good to 10, and maybe you were just excellent to 14, for example. You can adjust it to make it suit the level you are playing at. Now another one I do like to adjust is the player shortlisted. It's currently this burnt orange colour, but I would actually like to make it just a little bit brighter, please. So let's just adjust that. Not much of a change, but I do become a little bit picky. Okay, so the adjustments I want to make within the attribute changes for me. Personally, low attributes, I want to just make them a little bit more difficult to actually see. So I adjust them to a very dark grey. If someone has very poor attributes, I don't want to poke fun at them, but I want it to be very clear on my screen that there's a gap, there's a mistake, there's an issue in there, that player cannot perform that specific task, basically. The other attribute things I don't mind. The only thing I would like is maybe a slightly darker yellow colour. Can we go with? Maybe see how that looks. Okay, so the adjustments have been made, and as you can see now, the marking and tackling and positioning is a lot darker. It's a lot more visible that player is not good at that attribute, and that is for me just adjusting the colours of Football Manager. And you can see I've made the yellow just a little bit darker. It just makes that green pop out just a little bit more, which I do like. And if we go back to the home screen, I can now clearly see I have a player out on loan, to the point where it's almost a struggle for me to make out his name. But that's fine. It basically just means I know this player is out on loan. I can get him out of my first team because he is of no interest to me until he comes back off loan, basically. If I have any interest in how he's doing, I check out the loan reports. But that is how to adjust the colours in Football Manager 2024.